Hello guys, welcome to another video tutorial on Core Java Basics Fundamentals. In this tutorial, we are going to learn about the usage of -d and -cp options. While we are compiling and running a Java program, we are going to use these two options mainly, that is -d and -cp. In the command prompt, we are going to use these two options. Okay, in Eclipse you don't use these options because internally the Eclipse will take care of everything, that you just need to click on the run button. Okay, but while you are compiling and running by using just a simple text editor, to be more organized to be more organized, we are using this -d and -cp. So here you can consider this as the hyphen symbol, that is a single hyphen. Otherwise it is a minus sign. Okay, a minus sign. What is the usage of this -d and -cp options? So -d, it is um, directory. Okay, -d, it is D, it is short for directory, and we will see the usage of this -d. And what is this -cp? -cp is short for class path. CP, it is short for class path. Now please observe here that in my case, in my system, I have created one folder, that is fundamentals. Okay, where is that folder located in my system? That is this PC, F drive, OneDrive, Visualize Programming, Core Java Basics Tutorial, and Fundamentals. This is the folder name. Inside this folder, I have two subfolders. One is SRC folder, another one is classes folder. Why do we need these two folders? Why can't we just develop our programs here itself, that is inside the fundamentals folder itself? Why? Because I want to separate the .class files from .java files. That is, I'm going to separate the source files and the classes files in different folders. Okay, I'm going to keep the files in different folders. All classes files in this classes folder, all the source files, in short we are calling it as SRC, those files will be kept under this SRC folder. So whatever the files that is saved with the .java extension, those files will be saved in this SRC folder. And whatever the files that are saved with the .class extension, okay, whatever the files that has been generated, I can say that has been generated, those files I'm keeping inside classes folder. How we can do that? By using -d and -cp options. Let us open our simple text editor, that is Edit Plus. I'm directly launching that Edit Plus right from the taskbar itself. So here you just need to drag this little window down, and you can keep on using your Edit Plus free trial as long as you wish. Okay, it doesn't matter that you necessarily or you must buy the license. It is allowing us to develop the programs in trial version as well. it is no problem. You can just drag that window down here, and you can keep on working with your Java programs. So first of all, I'm going to create a file. We are going to create a .java file. Click on file. You just need to click on file and highlight new, select Java. So here we are getting the default template. Okay. As a beginner, for the beginners, what I'm going to suggest is to type from the beginning. Okay. So it will be very useful. Okay. You need to practice. As a beginner, you need to practice more. You need to learn the syntax very properly. Okay. So it is not possible, this learning possibility, it is not not, it is not possible in case of IDEs. Okay, why? Because they will be generating a lot of autocomplete codes. Okay, so you won't be knowing the basics of syntax of Java programming. Why? Because automatically it will be generating the code for us. So as a beginner, you just need to work on by using a simple text editor. Okay, so I'm going to create a program class. The name of the class, I'm giving a space here. The name of the class I'm going to give it is hello and welcome. Okay, this is the name of the class. So now we are going to have one main method for this class, that is hello and welcome. Public static void main string array arg, and I'm just writing the body of this main method. Here we have only one statement called system.out.println. By using this statement, I'm going to print something onto the console. Hello from hello and welcome. So what is this class, and what is the rules to be followed while we are specifying this class name, and what is this public static void main, and what is this statement? All those things we'll be learning in detail in coming tutorials, but as of now we are learning what is -d and what is -cp options. So here I'm just trying to print this text in the console or into the command prompt, we can say. Click on file, click on save as. Here you need to be very careful where you are saving this file. In my case, I'm going to save this file inside Core Java Basics Tutorial Fundamentals, and we have created these two folders. One is src, another one is classes folder. So all the .java files we are going to keep inside this src folder. So go inside this src folder, and here what you need to do is you need to give the name of the file. In my case, what I'm doing here, it is in fact you need to follow this as well. The same file name, you need to give the same file name. That is, we are going to give the file name as the class name. What is the class name here? Hello and welcome. Okay, hello and welcome, this is the name of the class. So why we are giving this um, the file name as the class name, so that we will see later. So as of now, I'm going to give hello and welcome. Okay, this is the file name, and here you may or may not give this .java extension. Okay, so here already the type is selected to .java. Okay, already the file type it is selected to .java. So this file will be considered as a Java file. Okay, so you don't need to give that extension explicitly, but even if you are giving that extension, it doesn't matter. Okay, so just click on this save. Now the very first thing what we are going to do here, it is go inside this src, and here you can find that our recently created program hello and welcome has been saved inside this src folder. Copy this folder location and launch command prompt. We need to go to that particular file location, sorry, we need to go to that particular folder location. How we can go? Type cd. Cd stands for change directory. Giving a space, just press Ctrl V. If you are using Windows 7, you need to right click and select the paste option explicitly. Ctrl V won't be working in case of Windows 7 or in some other Windows operating system. So as of now, I'm using Windows 10. It is perfectly fine. You can use the Control V option, whatever the content you have copied from by using Control C option. The same thing you can paste it by using Control V. Okay. Now you just need to press Enter. We are not in the uh, location. We are not in the folder location. So you just need to type the name of the drive in which you have saved your file. In my case, that is F drive. Okay, so you need to give the F drive, following that a colon. Now press enter. Now you will be in that particular folder location. If you saved your file in the C drive, you might not want to do this whatever I have done, this F following colon. Why? Because if you have saved your file in the C drive, it will automatically, you know um, it will automatically go to that particular folder location without you specifying this directory name. Okay, so in my case I have saved in other than C drive, that is F drive. So that is why I'm giving this F, following that I have given this colon. So now we are in this particular folder location. From here, I'm going to trigger the command by using -d and -cp option. The very first thing what we are going to do is to compile our newly created Java program for correctness, whether it is syntactically correct or not. To find out that, we are going to compile this Java program. How to compile this Java program? And by using -d option, what we are going to achieve here: Java C space -d space double dot / classes space hello and welcome. So what is basically going on this particular command. Java C stands for compilation. We are going to compile this .java file. C stands for compilation. Java C space -d means directory. Then giving a space, I'm giving double dot. Dot represents directory. Like if you are giving a single dot, if you are giving a single dot, that represents the current directory. So here we are giving that two dots. Consider this two dots. What it does is go to the folder location where we have saved this hello and welcome file. So if I give this single dot, if I remove this double dot, if I give this a single dot, what happens? That single dot represents the current directory. Here, from which location we are triggering this command? It is from this src location. Okay, so that represents this single dot represents the current directory, that is src directory. So then what we are saying that inside that directory there is a folder called classes. So as you can see here, there is no folder called classes inside the src folder. We have created that classes folder in the fundamentals directory, right? So that is why we are giving double dot. What that means is it will come back to previous folder. Okay, it will come back to previous folder. There you can find this classes folder. As you can see here, we have created the classes folder. Whatever the file we are compiling here, which file we are compiling here, that is hello and welcome. Okay, this is the file we are compiling. So hello and welcome dot java, this is the file we are compiling. Okay, after successful compilation of this hello and welcome dot java file, that generated dot class file should be kept inside this classes folder. That is the intention of this command java c space -d space double dot classes hello and welcome dot java. We are going to compile this hello and welcome dot java file. If it is successful, we need to keep that generated dot class file inside this classes folder. That is what basically we are telling to the java c command as well as the command prompt. We are directing the command prompt that the generated dot class file should be kept inside this classes folder. By using java c, we are compiling this hello and welcome dot java. After successful compilation, that particular generated dot class file should be kept inside this classes folder. So for organizing purpose, okay, we can just trigger this command here itself, like without giving any -d or double dot / classes, that is java c space hello and welcome. What happens here? Observe, if I give like this, it will compile. Okay, it will compile and the generated dot class file will be kept inside the src itself. In which folder we are triggering this command, in that folder only the dot class file will be generated. So our basic motto, our basic intention, that is to keep the dot class files and dot java files separately. That is why we are using the -d option and um, -d option and that double dot forward slash classes. So if you are triggering this command, you can see that the result here, if we don't have any of the syntax errors, the dot class file will be generated inside the src directory itself. Go to the directory, src directory. Here you can see that hello and welcome dot class file has been generated inside this src folder itself. So this we don't want. We want to keep this file inside the classes folder. The generated dot class file should be kept inside this classes folder. That is what our basic intention here, to use -d and double dot forward slash classes. So what we are doing here, it is um, java c, okay, java c space -d, java c space -d space double dot forward slash classes and hello and welcome dot java. You should not miss this dot java extension. Okay, so while we are compiling, which file we are compiling, that file along with the dot java extension, okay, we are compiling this java file. So you need to give this complete name along with the extension while you are compiling this java program or java file. If you are triggering this command, what is the result? So first, what I'm going to do is whatever the file has been generated from the previous command, I'm just going to delete that hello and welcome dot class file here. Now trigger this command. What is the result we are getting here? If you are triggering this command, as you can see here, we don't have any syntax errors. If you are having any syntax error, you don't get this another prompt in the command prompt. Here you'll be finding some syntax error details. So as you can see, we don't have any syntax errors. That means dot class file has been generated successfully. Where it has been generated, that is inside classes folder. Go to the file explorer in the Windows. Here you can find that there is no dot class file has been generated inside the src folder. Then where it has been generated, as we basically intended, we need to generate dot class file inside this classes folder. Here you can find that hello and welcome dot class that has been generated. So this is basically how we can you know separate our dot class file and dot java files separately, right? So this is the usage of this -d option. Now, like that, we have another option. We have seen that how to compile using this -d option. Okay. Now we are going to see another option called -cp. Okay, -cp. We are going to use this option while we are running our Java program. So we have generated this dot class file, and now we are going to run that file. How we can run that file? See, if you don't use that -cp option, what you need to do is you need to go to that particular folder location where that file is kept. Okay, let me show that. So here I'm going back one folder, that is by giving cd double dot. Okay, if you press enter, it'll go one step back to the previous folder, that is fundamentals. So here what I'm going to do is I'm changing the directory cd classes. Okay, in this particular folder our dot class file is kept. In order to run our Java program, I need to go to this particular folder. Then only we can able to run that generated dot class file. Press enter. So now we are in this classes. Okay, now we are in this classes folder. In this very particular location, you need to trigger the command to run our Java program. What is the command to run Java program? That is Java space Java space the name of the generated class, that is hello and welcome. If you press enter, we will get the output as hello from hello and welcome. So it includes some more work, right? We are going to um, go back one previous folder here by using cd double dot, and I'm changing the directory to classes folder. Then we are triggering this command to run our .java file. So how we can run the Java program or our generated class right from the SRC itself? That is where our -cp option comes into rescue. So let me just direct the location to the SRC itself, cd double dot and cd src. Okay, so it looks the command prompt is full of content, so let me just clear it by using cls command. So we are to clear the command prompt screen, we are going to give this cls command. If you are using Linux, you are going to use clear like this. So that is a Windows style, sorry, that is a Linux style, that is to give the complete form clear. So here we are using Windows environment command prompt. So basically we are going to give here CLS to clear the screen. So it will be clearing the contents from the command prompt. Now usage of -cp option, Java space -cp double dot / classes and the name of the generated class hello and welcome. This is the name of the class, and you should not give the dot class file extension. Okay, so that you need to be aware of. You should not give that dot class extension here, just the class name hello and welcome. So what happens here now, let me just go to the folder here. As you can see here, Um, in the earlier command, we have come we have come to this folder location, and then we triggered the command. So here I'm just deleting this generated class file. So we are going to trigger the command right from the src itself. Here, as you can see here, we are triggering the command right from the src. We are not going to the classes folder. Okay, to minimize our work, what we are going to use, that is -cp option, that we are going to trigger right from the src folder itself. Java space -cp double dot forward slash classes space hello and welcome. Press enter. We are getting this error, that is could not find or load main class hello and welcome. What I have done here, it is I have deleted the dot class file. Okay, how it can able to run without the dot class file. So let me just compile it once again. Okay, let me just compile it once again and run once again. So for a clarity, okay, what I've said, that inside the classes folder, we came inside this classes folder. In the command prompt, there we have triggered the java command, not java c command. Please don't confuse with that. I have just deleted that dot class file. That is my mistake. I just that was not necessary. Okay, so that whatever we have done, okay, um, by using that -d and double dot forward slash classes, we have generated that dot class file here. Okay, this particular class only we are going to execute from the src folder. So first I'm going to compile once again, and as a result, we will be able to get that dot class file generated inside this classes folder. So you just need to press up arrow to use already triggered commands. Okay, so java c -d double dot forward slash classes hello and welcome dot java. Press enter and go to the folder. Here you can see that the generated dot class file. So this particular file we are going to execute right from the src itself. So just once again press up arrow or down arrow to find out the previously entered commands. Okay, java -cp double dot forward slash classes hello and welcome. What it is basically telling, that -cp class path, we are going to instruct the java command where the classes files are available. We are going to instruct the java command where this particular hello and welcome dot class file is available. So as usual, that is we need to, if we are in the src folder, we need to come back to previous folder. That is why we are giving the double dot here. And here we can find that the classes folder, there you can find the hello and welcome dot class file. That particular file needs to be executed by using java command. Here you can give that in short I have given cp. You can give like this as well, class path. Okay, class path. Like that also we can give. Press enter, and here you can find that our program output, that is hello from hello and welcome. Okay, we are executing it right from the src itself. We are not going to the classes folder. We have just executed this dot class file, or we have executed this program right from the src itself by using class path or -cp option. Okay, so that is the usage of this -d and -cp or class path option, and we are going to use that to basically separate the files, that is to separate .java file from .class file, right? That is the main purpose of using this -d and -cp or -class path options. Thank you.